Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope and Lotteries, August 2019. And this is you coming from the horse family. So I'm going to first give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. Now let me shuffle these cards. And the first, I'm going to talk to you about your first 15 days of August. And this will have to do with a romance that you may have or a romance that you may find. So, for you coming from the horse family, this is not a very good card. It's the card of knowledge. So, it says you need to have knowledge about what's happening regarding a new romance that you might find in the first 15 days of August. Without this knowledge, you are told that things you may be misled and you may have difficulties with people and you may not know the background of this new person. So be very cautious when you meet somebody who's showing you a lot of interest, or is it you showing a lot of interest? Take your time, study the person, and then only move. I'm going to apply this card also to the ongoing romance you have. And the danger is that something is happening in your ongoing romance that you don't know about. And it is not positive, it is negative. Is it to do with finances? Is it to do with loyalty? Is it to do with something that you don't suspect? And so you got to start suspecting a little bit in this first 15 days of August. And no harm for asking your ongoing romance partner about certain things to know your position. So it's not a good card where romance is concerned. I'll shuffle this again now. And now I'm going to talk to you about your marriage areas in the first 15 days of August. And let's see what the card says. Well, you can see here there's a short circuiting of everything. So there could be misconceptions, misagreements, things may be miscalculated. Is it the financial side? The arguments are erupting. So in your marriage area, it says that there are difficulties in communication and anything to do with the daily life. So you've heard this from me. So to keep the calmness in your marriage area in the first 15 days, you need to stay very calm and you need to definitely understand the situation. It may be a situation that suddenly news is emerging, and this news emerging is something to do from the past and is making you very upset, or it could be making your romance partner very upset. So you got to get ready for this and find solutions. Now, regarding marriage and family, let's see what the card says. Well, it says there are many, many issues that are bothering you in your marriage area, not one but many, but it stems from one cup. So you have to put your finger on where is this problem going to erupt in the first 15 days of August. And then you have to tell yourself, you got to find out and quickly repair the situation. Otherwise, it seems to spread all over the place. So your marriage area needs to be looked at in the sense that to identify the problem and to repair it quickly. Now we will talk about your job. Let's see what this card says. Well, your job says if you want to make a move, there are many possibilities. I see the sign of the new moon and the sign of the Venus as well. So the chances of grabbing a new job are very good. If you can't get that, in your place of work, you have to be very patient. You are given many duties, the card says. Accept them because while you are there in your job that you have now, you can also promote yourself. But this card shows burden and stress. So tell yourself it's only for the first 15 days of August. And what you go through, you might be able to get better news later on. Now about business. Let's see what this card says for you. Well, it's a good card in the sense for your horoscope, the black moon is good, and you are gaining a lot of reaction and gaining a lot of attention from people, this card says. So where your business is concerned, you get many opportunities in business, but you see one of the cup draws in the interest, the other one releases it, the other releases it. So there's a lot of wastage of energy from this card. So I might translate it that in business, what you get will leave you very quickly. So if you get opportunities to gain new trends in business, new contacts in business, new partnerships, tell yourself to be aware that it may not last very long. So you can do this by making it very clear before you react and accept anything in business that you're hoping for a long-term contract. Look at it that way. You want a long-term contract, tell people. Now, the last 16 days of August for you coming from the horse family. Let's see how that card goes. Excuse me. Yeah. Let me shuffle this. Last 16 days of August, where romance, old and new is concerned. This is a much, much, much better card. It shows stability, it shows the creation of something very stable. So if you find a new romance partner in the last 16 days of August, it's a much better manageable situation for you. And if you have an ongoing romance, the situation in the last 16 days of August is much friendlier, more hospitable to you, and more honest and straightforward to you. So many things are being repaired for you in your romance area in the last 16 days of August. Now we will talk about marriage for the last 16 days. Okay, in your marriage, this card, there's a rainy section and there's a stable section in the bottom. So it says the first 16 days of August, in the first few days perhaps, you may find some uncertainty of exactly how you want to manage your job area. Are you there in your job area? So you may have this uncertainty about your job area. So tell yourself where your job is concerned, it is going to slowly settle down whatever problems there are. And by the time closer to the end of the month, the stability is very good. And you don't have to really want to move, or you don't have to really be over concerned about your safetiness in that place of job. So that's the way it is. Don't get too worried. Okay. Now about your business areas. Let's see what your card says. This is a card of sunshine. So it's a very positive card. It says you can draw in partnerships. You can have that sunshine about you, which will attract people to come and support you in business in the last 16 days. And you'll have that growth factor as well. So get ready in the last 16 days to move very quickly with progress, whether for new businesses or old businesses going on. Now I'm going to go to your lucky days, and let's see what your lucky days are going to be. Well, according to this card, I would translate that as a Wednesday. As a Wednesday. So you're going to be very lucky on any of the Wednesdays in the month of August. Bookmark them. And whether for job, whether for business, whether to find a romance, help your ongoing romance or marriage, do that on Wednesdays. Now we will go to your colors. When you wear colors, you coming from the horse family, you will get different reactions from the universal side. So for you, the colors that I will recommend with this card would be dark blue. It's a darkened sky. So the dark blue would give you plenty of help in some way or another. So wear plenty of dark blue. Now about your lucky ages. Lucky ages. So let's see. For you coming from the horse family. Well, it's a very stable long-term card. And it says that if you happen to be the ages of 17 or 26 or 35 or 44 or 53 or 62 or even 71, you're going to be very, very lucky. lucky whether in romance or marriage, whether in job or business, whether in the financial area in any kind. So get ready. Now, if you are not of these ages, we'll talk about it a bit later. Now we will talk about your lucky, oh, about your health for a minute. So let's see what your health card says. Well, this is a card. This is the card of supporting you. So I would translate it as to be your backbone, your spine. So I would say that I'm a little bit concerned about the status of your spine in the month of August for you. So if you tend to have backaches or things like that, go and see a doctor quickly. Now I want to give you your lucky directions. Lucky directions. And from this card, it's a very interesting card for you. Where are you? In the horse family. It's a very lucky card. And I would, when I position and look at it, I'm going to say that try to face northeast as much as you can. Face northeast. And when you face northeast, you're going to get that very special energy from the planet there, whether to help you in job, business, romance, or in marriage areas. Now about your lottery numbers. So your lottery numbers can come from the sea, from the earth, or from the sky. That's how we deal with it in the animal kingdom. The sea, the earth, or the sky. So let me first start with the earth and pull these numbers, this card for you. All right. I see the pattern here. And so for you coming from the horse family, I'm going to say that the numbers 5, 14, 23, 32, 41, 50, 59, and 68 are very important. So write them down. This is from the Earth card. Now I'm going to go to the Sky card. And let's see what the Sky promises you. You coming from the horse family. And this is a card of, I would translate it as the number 8, 17, 26, 35, 44, 53, and 62. So write that down. Now I'm going to get a third card, and this will be about the sea. So the energies of the sea will provide these numbers, and let's see what they are. All right, this is a card, I would say, the number 2, 11, 20, 29, 38, 47, 56, or 65. So we've got three sets of numbers, firstly from the earth, and then from the sky, and then from the sea. What do we do with them? Well, if you have been to see me, you will know exactly what to do. I would have told you all about your lucky colors and lucky directions and your lucky days and plenty of other information. And I would have managed to tell you based on your date of birth and time of birth and looking at your palms. I would have been able to tell you your personal lucky lottery numbers because I would have also read your palm to see whether you have that mystical luck. To win a lottery is something very supernatural. And I would have shown you how to go into that supernatural side of you as well. There are ways to do that. So I would have given you a lot of information. And of course, you would have paid me USD $50 for this 90-minute session, which would be helping you for your next 7, 8, or 9 years. So in the meantime, if you haven't been to see me, all these numbers that I gave you, you cut out strips of paper, and on each of one paper, you will write only one number, and you will fold it up and put it on the table. And then when you've done all that, you'll be ready. You'll be ready to choose that. Now, you don't have all that information from me, so we'll keep it simple. So if you need 7 numbers, just pick 7 papers from there one by one. And as you pick the first one, write the number down on your notebook. You can put the paper back if you like. Then when you pick the second one, you write that number down on your notebook. And if you need 7 numbers, you will have 7 numbers. If you need 5 numbers, you'll have 5 numbers. So in the meantime, you try your luck that way. All right. So a lot of information that I've given you for the month of August. you coming from the horse family, send me that email at andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9, at gmail.com. And I'll reply to you as soon as I can so that we can get this 90-minute session on. Until then, I wish you a very good month of August. Thank you and goodbye.